We just finished the inspection at 5858 Trinity Lane in Orlando 32839. Because of the size of the house and how much was looked at today, we got here at 9 o'clock and it's now approaching close to 4. I'm going to give you a brief summary overview. Brief meaning we'll cover the major aspects of the house as far as the roof, the electrical, the plumbing, air conditioning, structure, and stuff like that. I'll ask that you please review the report, which you should get sometime tomorrow evening, to see if you have any questions about what's in there. Most of that will contain information that you should know, along with a lot of minor punch list type of repairs. On the roof, I mean, the shingles look okay. There's a little bit of wear. There's been at least one repair where there was some previous leaking, and that was above, right actually where we're standing, at the back roof valley. It hasn't rained recently, so the moisture meter showing that it hasn't leaked is kind of difficult for me to draw a conclusion. But given the fact that there was a repair done, that makes me feel a little bit better, because it looks like whatever happened there got opened up and repaired at the valley. So that was a good thing. There is a repair that needs to be done right now. There's a couple of minor ones on the roof, but the most significant repair happens to be on the mother-in-law suite, where all the shingles for the ridge vent on a large percentage of that ridge vent had blown off. So there's exposed nails and a vulnerability for water penetration. So we would recommend that you have a licensed roofing contractor come in and look at that, determine what the best way is to resolve it. We think the shingles should be replaced at a minimum, obviously, and we'll let the rest be determined by the person who does the repair. Inside the attic, I only had a couple of concerns, nothing structural.
How many shingles roughly? Sorry.
It's a whole strip of the ridge vent. It's probably about 15, 20
okay.
shingles.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, it's a decent amount. Renee just asked how many shingles, just in case you didn't understand that question. Inside the attic, the roof deck's 1/2-inch plywood. It looks really good overall, high percentage-wise. There's just some stains in places where it leaked before. Undetermined as to whether or not they're all fixed, but the major leak that was here previously that had happened had been fixed. The insulation is fiberglass bad. It looks pretty well done. There's some areas that need service, but for the most part, you're good. We need critter control to come out because of a couple of things. One, pest control, just to find out about rodents, because there's a lot of rat traps up there and droppings in certain locations. So we don't know how old that stuff is. I would ask the seller what they did or when they did it, so that you have an idea. The active condition that we had in there is when we went into the mother-in-law attic, first peek in there, there was a big raccoon staring back at us. So we were not able to go into that attic safely. The raccoon gained access through a soffit panel opening at the east side above the mother-in-law suite. And we tried to get him out. The customers were here for that portion of it. We tried to get him out. He wasn't going to have it because he saw people outside and he saw someone trying to come inside. And he was ready to eat Bill over here when we opened up the closet door upstairs. So we didn't go in a small part of the attic for that reason, just because we didn't want to be a snack for this guy. But other than that, everywhere else we went looked very good. Structurally, it's a concrete block masonry building with a bunch of minor settlement cracks, which is pretty par for the course for the concrete stucco building. So you either want to paint those, seal the cracks only, paint and seal them, whatever you want to do. You want to deal with that just to prevent water. But other than that, no structural concerns at all. Garage doors were checked, they open and close fine. Electrical overall seems pretty good. Air conditioning is the only problem we're having right now, is the condenser unit for the master bedroom unit. It doesn't seem to come on and heat. We've done it multiple times, and we're going to check one last time for cool. But right now, as it stands, we have 2 functional units and 1 unit that's not functioning at this time. Plumbing looked pretty decent overall. I mean, there's a lot of plumbing to look at in here. We didn't have any major repairs in that either, which is very fortunate. There was one thing that has to be resolved before you use it, and that is the circulation pump for the solar panels mounted on the roof. When that pump gets activated, water comes off the roof because the panels are leaking. So that's either you don't use it or you get it repaired, one or the other. Pool was inspected, sprinklers were inspected. I'll rely on the notes that we took for those to put them in the report for you. If you have any questions about anything after you review it, we'll do a conference call, Renee and I and everyone, to address those questions. But the big picture is the house looks like it's in manageable condition. You come in, there's stuff to do, but there doesn't seem to be any real major problems.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Perfect. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.